welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. Today is another late day at the office with John. We're recording this, it's about 8:30, and we're nowhere near done. But we figured we'd shoot an episode because John hasn't been on in a while, and he's an expert in today's topic. How you doing, buddy?
I'm great. How are you? Well, we know how you are.
Long day. Today we're going to talk about buying watches on eBay. I haven't really done it. I'm doing it a little bit now. I'm selling a little bit on eBay now because of Delray Watch. But You've been doing it for years.
Sure, absolutely.
But before we do that, we got a wristwatch check because everybody wants to know what we're wearing. So why don't you start?
So today I'm wearing a vintage chronograph Suisse, simple chronograph with a Landeron movement. It's a similar movement to what was used in the vintage Breitlings. So it's a nice, cool watch. We just posted it at DelrayWatch.com. And yeah, it's just one of my favorite watches we currently are working with, and I just love how it's got that small kind of classic vintage look, and the patina is just great on the numbers.
Man, steel chronos are shooting through the roof nowadays.
It's unbelievable, but they're cool. It's understandable.
All right, and actually I'm wearing another one. Don't get excited, guys. I don't own this piece, and actually, if I were to confiscate any more stock, John would...
He wants it. He wants it. It's coming right off the wrist and back in the vault.
I got the Royal Oak Offshore Audemars Piguet, the new one with ceramic
That's
pushers.
beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Dude, that shit is Miami all day.
That's you.
I mean, you know, just go to the club, throw some bills around.
That's the next paycheck.
Oh, man. And actually, before we talk about eBay, John, I'm holding something in my hand they can't see right now.
What is that?
But this is part of the reason why it's been such a crazy day. And I just have to bring it up.
You have to.
A client called me a couple weeks ago and he said, Fed, you know, I really want a double-sealed 5711 Nautilus. And I almost had a stroke. I'm like, you can't even buy a normal one. Where am I going to get a double-sealed? Well, many sleepless nights... And this is shipping to a very lucky owner. We have a double-sealed 5711 blue dial. So yeah, if you guys have special requests, let us know. This thing has never been opened. Still in the paddock plastic. And man, it's so tempting. I kind of want to rip this thing off.
Not that one.
not this one.
Let's start with the Audemars.
But yeah, let's get to it. Buying watches on eBay. I'm going to let John take this one mainly because he has a lot more experience than I do. So, why don't you run us through it?
So, buying watches is a thing, right? And one of the places you can buy watches is on eBay. Mm-hmm. So, over the years, even I have purchased some watches on eBay, especially before Delray Watch. But there are some things you have to keep in mind because buying watches on eBay is a whole different game, a whole different set of rules than buying watches from a dealer or your friend.
Or a forum.
When you're buying on eBay, the first thing you need to know is you're probably going to be paying 13% higher, at least, than buying it from a dealer or a forum.
And actually, this applies to you guys selling as well. Now, why 13% though? Break it down.
So eBay has fees, right? And so does PayPal, which is eBay's preferred method of payment. So PayPal is 3%, eBay's fees for watches is 10%. You add that up, if a dealer lists a watch, they're going to mark it up by 13% at least, so they at least make their the same price.
And this is a top tip for you guys. John, why don't you tell people, if you see a watch dealer like Delray Watch or Torno or whoever,
anyone else
selling on eBay, you know it's a dealer, what should you do, John?
So what you should do is look at their images, look at their watermark, see who they are, go to Google or your favorite search engine, type it in, find them, call them, and work with them directly. Otherwise, if you go through eBay, you do lose eBay's protection, but if it's a reputable dealer, you know the dealer, you trust them, you'll get the cost savings, and you'll still have good protection.
So you can call them and be like, hey dealer, why I see you're selling this watch for $1,000 on eBay. eBay fees are 13%. How about we do $870 off of eBay?
And that's the perfect way to do it.
Yeah, in fact, we do that all the time. People contact us through eBay, and we'll say, hey, listen, if we go off of eBay, we can all save a little bit of money.
But that's true. But just as many times we do the transaction on eBay when someone does want the protection, but it's not necessary. Not necessary at all.
It's not necessary at all if you're buying from a dealer. Now, if you're buying from a private, as long as you pay through PayPal, right?
Sure.
You can get, you still get the protection.
There's buyer protection. You're insured. It's insurance. It's an insurance plan on the deal.
But a good thing about eBay, now this is an excellent thing, and you know this because you've done this 1,000 times. eBay is a great place to get a deal when the guy doesn't know what he has. Because if you're buying from a dealer like me, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but my finance guy over here will make sure I don't undersell a watch. I know what I have. Dealers know what they have and they charge for what they have. On eBay, even though you have fees, sometimes you can come across the hidden gem of like a guy that found the watch in his drawer. And
especially with a one-off watch or a watch that's not popular, or some of these oddities or novelties that people can't Google and find out what it is.
Yeah, listen, I mean, I've seen a couple of dealers buy a watch for $5,000 on eBay and sell it for $10,000 on their website. We've never been that lucky, by the way, so we haven't done that yet.